got rich, then went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I did be ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. How did the lady go miss? Her she was magic, she mixed it. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light year just to catch my buzz. These right here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they never seen.
It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news. At Paul Brown Stadium, that's where we're at here in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Cincinnati Bengals. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First carry here for Joe Mixon, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Here's Burrow. That is incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think that.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked.
At the 25-yard line, the Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brought down by Blake.
The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Faking the give to Lindsay. Here's Locke. Open man Hamler. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
First down.
Shotgun snap to Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down. Block off of play action. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. From the gun, it's Locke. Flushed out right, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll go for it. It's Locke. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Joe Mixon. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bengals 7, Broncos 0. Matt Bosher.
So on now is the punter Matt Bosher to kick it away. Back deep to return is KJ Hamler. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Got some room at the 30, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Block on the give, it's Lindsey. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Now to the air, Locke. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it. Those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Brings up 3rd.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And returning it, here's Hamler. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Broncos take over. First down
at their own
and 10.
5-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
First down, Denver.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a carry for Lindsey. Lindsey, first down and more than that. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 more on that one and another first down. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play call is working very well for them right now.
So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
They look to throw. It's Locke. That's complete. Okue-Bunam. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
2nd and 7 at the Bengals' 12-yard line.
Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they said? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And he pushed it. Pushed it from short distance. Wide right. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Matt Bosher is set to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
And the Broncos first down.
On first down, Locke eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
12. First down, Denver.
Locke working out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Complete.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
4 at the 20-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Another run by Lindsey. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. And the Broncos 1st down.
Now it's Lindsey. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. Here's Gordon. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Lindsey going to try and run it in, and he'll get into the end zone, so that pushes the lead up to 4.
Broncos 11, Bengals 7.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 18-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Number 28.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Matt Bosher now, standing just about on his own goal line. It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Clock will try again on second down. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanette. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On first down, Lindsey. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Block. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going with Lindsey. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bengals will get the football back.
On down.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the 4th down stop, and now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and they're going to have this way down deep in Denver Denver territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 78 yards.
At the 5-yard line.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Dixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now Burrow. He'll try to set up the screen. It's complete. Burrow's nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. C.J. Uzomah there to make the grab. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front.
For the extra point.
No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Lindsey. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
3rd down.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Locke. Got to have this one. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Mixon. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Down to about the 22 here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 22-yard line.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A 22-yard scamper. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And he puts it through.
Makes the score Bengals 21, Broncos 11. Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. He dumps it underneath here to Lindsey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
11 on the play.
Block now to throw.
The Broncos first down.
Now a desperation throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though. A few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the fourth quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball, holding them when they needed to, and finding ways to get points when they had the football.
So for Cincinnati, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first two home games. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
flag on the play. Yeah, yeah. That's a flag on the play. Yeah, yeah. Flag on the play. Hold up. That's a flag on the play. Let's go. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make them throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. Let's go. I just took off with that rock, just like Tyreek Hill. I just count 100 racks, that's a whole field. He don't want no championship, get him out of here. I just gotta set like I run up in the backfield. I just gotta set like I ran up on a quarterback. Shake and bake, make a play just like a quarterback. We ain't worrying about no